It's another exciting race weekend. Plenty of short track racing. For once, mostly good, but we'll get to that a bit later. But first, as always, we're going to start off with Formula One with the Hungarian GP in Hungary. Charles Leclerc surprised everybody to get the pole and actually led early for the most part. And he was a big fan favorite to win on social media. But unfortunately, after some pit cycles and just quite a few mistakes, to be honest with you, Leclerc actually struggled his way completely off the podium and ended up fourth. And the McLaren teammates once again asserting dominance. Lando Norris wins over his teammate Oscar Piastri, and George Russell came home in third place. But enough about that. Let's get back to NASCAR. First off, the ARCA Menard Series, and we are in the cornfields of Iowa this weekend. Brent Cruz, coming off the high of his win last week at IRP, wins the pole alongside Brandon Butterbean Queen. Butterbean immediately launches into the lead after the first set of turns, and it is these two all night long. Swapping the lead through multiple incidents, multiple restarts. ARCA's gonna ARCA. There's gonna be some spins and some small crashes throughout the entire night. Plenty of chances to group everybody back up. Butterbean and Cruz both led good portions of the race throughout the entire event. But when the chips came down, Butterbean scooted past and held off to win his fifth race of the season over Brent Cruz and Lawless Allen, extending his point leads to the ARCA Championship. Saturday, Xfinity Series. This was a fun one. Honestly, with the way things are going with NASCAR right now, if I had to pick, watch Xfinity and Truck Series races. Sundays are kind of... although I do have a little bit of reason to be excited this week, but that's for tomorrow. Today, it's Xfinity. Jesse Love started on the pole alongside William Sawalich. And Love was a fast contender all day, but true to form, Connor Zilisch immediately has to steal the show, takes the lead early, and he just completely dominates stage one. He took the lead after like 3 or 4 laps, and then he just led flag to flag the entire rest of the stage, getting himself an extra playoff point going into the playoffs coming up in a couple of weeks. Stage 2, we see another Chevy, the JRM car, Ross Chastain. He takes the lead early, and he holds it through quite a little bit of a tangled up restart, but he goes and wins stage 2, stealing some precious points away from the Xfinity Series regulars. Bushwhacking is still in full effect. We'll probably make a video about that later on, explain, but these Cup guys, they're really hard to beat in these Xfinity cars. And when stage 3 sets off, Ross Chastain continues to set sail. And this is where a lot of scuffles happened and a lot of hurt feelings. Teammates bumping into each other, knocking each other up into the wall. Plenty of more restarts. Really close racing in this part. And even some controversy up front, the leader getting spun out. Somebody at one point had left oil all over the racetrack, and it just caused a massive pileup in turns 1 and 2. And it boiled back down to Jesse Love with 30 laps to go, retaking the lead. But he goofs the restart with 17 laps to go and allows Sam Mayer in the 41 car to skirt right past him and pull away from the big battle for second place, and nobody can catch him and challenge him for the win. Sam wins his first race of the season. Jesse Love recovers to finish in second, and Ross Chastain brings it home in third. And now we get to Sunday. Sunday. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about this race. I almost said complaints, and to be honest, they were complaints. But we'll get to start off stage 1. Chase Briscoe has got the 6-pack of the season, 6 poles of the year, alongside William Byron. Willie B continuing to be fast all summer. Never really could put a race wins together. He hasn't won since the Daytona 500 at the beginning of the year. But he shows a lot of strong speed right off the bat, taking the lead, and pretty much holds it for most of the entire way. But Brad Keselowski's starting to show the Ford horsepower. He actually stays tight to Willie for the entire second half of the first stage, and actually, with only a couple laps to go, gets Willie to goof up and completely steals the stage win away from Byron. Keselowski, that's his first stage win of the year, and some many much needed points. He has a very slim chance to make the playoffs. Stage number 2, the Fords show the way, and it's primarily between former teammates Keselowski and Ryan Blaney. Blaney being Penske, Keselowski formerly in the 2 car, in the 6 now. And it's these two trading the positions up front all day. But after a late stage restart, Brad Keselowski powers ahead and wins stage number 2 as well. Further padding those playoff points, I like it. And then stage 3 is where all hell breaks loose. And not counting some minor scuffles, throughout the first half of stage 3, there was some 7 or 8 cautions, and almost all of them happened on restarts. We got cars spinning, hitting the wall, debris covering the racetrack. Somebody loses a window. That's not something that happens terribly often. Definitely not on short tracks. But it was just an absolute cluster. And now that we're back onto the racing for the Cup Series for a second, something with the short track package of these next gen Cup cars is just god awful on these short tracks. I'll describe a little bit of science here. So aerodynamics on these faster tracks do play a big factor in how you can approach passing another car in front of you. And for whatever reason, the way these cars are designed, usually in the past, you could get underneath the car in front of you and it pushes air on their rear and scoots them up out of the way and you can pass them underneath. That's how things used to be. The problem now is just that the way the air comes off these race cars, if you can get in front of somebody, you can actually create a pocket of air that keeps the car behind you pushed back and completely unable to even come up on you to nudge you out of the way at this point. It's what you have to do. It's almost like reverse drafting, but in the worst way possible. But that was kind of the big story from the fans' point of view throughout the entire weekend. And then, of course, with all these restarts, once again, fuel mileage comes into play. And Rudy Fugle apparently cannot seem to learn his lesson. Twice this year, the 24 car has run out of fuel at the tail end of the race. And they're going to try it a third time because, hey, third time's a charm, right? Well, actually, yeah, it is the charm this time. With more aero blocking, keeping the fast car of Chase Briscoe behind him, William Byron finally breaks through and gets his second win of the season. He actually said in post-race that he had actually ran out of fuel crossing the finish line here. I don't know how he got it back going to do some pretty sick burnouts, but the 24 car, second win of the season, and he is back on top in the regular season playoff or championship standings, excuse me. So in a couple weeks after the Daytona race, they locked the playoff field. The entire top 10 in the regular season points, they get bonus playoff points that get added to their totals from their wins and stage wins throughout the season. And first place, that is 15 playoff points. And second place, which is where Chase Elliott is right now, is only 10. So that is, those 5 points make a massive difference when it comes to the championship. And that is it from the great state of Iowa. Glory to corn. Next week's races, IndyCar, they have their Grand Prix of Portland, and we've got the quadfecta for NASCAR at Watkins Glen. ARCA Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup Series. This is a very fun racetrack. I love this one. Not always the biggest fan of road course racing, but this is one of the few ones I actually enjoy watching. They're all great shows. They're going to be a lot of fun. And can't wait to see y'all next week. Hope y'all have a good one, and I hope y'all enjoying the shorts I've been putting out. Till next time.